Tensions continue even on the fifth day in Los Angeles after protests against immigration and customs enforcement gripped the city despite an imposed curfew in some areas effective from 8 p.m. local time. Local police said that mass arrests have been initiated in addition to 197 people already under custody, as several stayed on the streets despite the mayor's announcement of an emergency and imposition of an overnight curfew.
I wanted to let the city know that I have declared a local emergency and issued a curfew for downtown Los Angeles to stop the vandalism, to stop the looting.
In Los Angeles, the streets have transformed into battlegrounds. Clashes with police and National Guard, the raising of Mexican flags have become symbols of resistance against the administration's immigration raids. In response, hundreds of US Marines arrived in the Los Angeles area on Tuesday under orders from President Donald Trump, while California Governor Gavin Newsom warned the move will put democracy under threat.
Donald Trump, without consulting California law enforcement leaders, commandeered 2,000 of our state's National Guard members to deploy on our streets, illegally and for no reason. This brazen abuse of power by a sitting president inflamed a combustible situation, putting our people, our officers, and even our National Guard at risk.
In a hardline speech at an army base on Tuesday, Trump said Los Angeles was being invaded by a foreign enemy and vowed to liberate the city after days of protests sparked by immigration raids.
Under the Trump administration, this anarchy will not stand. We will not allow federal agents to be attacked, and we will not allow an American city to be invaded and conquered by a foreign enemy. And that's what they are. A lot of those people were let in here by the Biden administration. They just poured right in. In Los Angeles, the governor of California, the mayor of Los Angeles, they're incompetent, and they paid troublemakers, agitators, and insurrectionists. They're engaged in this willful attempt to nullify federal law and aid the occupation of the city by criminal invaders. That's what it is. They're invaders, no different.
The unrest isn't confined to Los Angeles alone. Cities from Chicago to New York and Atlanta have witnessed similar protests, with citizens voicing their opposition to the administration's immigration tactics. As the situation worsens, Americans and the world watch closely to see what the future holds for US immigration policy and civil liberties. Ayushi Bhatnagar's report for DD India. DD India's Akshay Dongre joins us on the story now. Akshay, protests have spread to cities like New York, Atlanta and Chicago now. How extraordinary are Trump's measures of sending National Guard and US Marines to quell protests in Los Angeles?
Well, we have seen this in the past as well, and even before Donald Trump was elected as the president for the second time, he had made it very clear that the reason why the Democrats are winning is also because of the undocumented immigrants who are voting illegally. He has been raising this claim that voter IDs are not being checked of people before they are going to cast their ballot, and that is being done by the Democrat government of Joe Biden to make their candidates win across the states, and in the states where the illegal immigration population is the maximum, there most of the time the Democrat candidates are winning, and that is why they are trying to protect their vote bank. So it's more of a personal battle for Donald Trump as well as far as the immigration policies are concerned. We have seen it in the previous term as well. He had banned several countries from even entering into the US. He has been willing that option for a while now, and US has also named a few countries from where people will be requiring extra checks and approvals before they can land anywhere in the US. So as far as the protests are concerned, and the decision that Donald Trump has taken is coming from it seems that it's coming from a very, very personal decision, that he is not going to tolerate any opposition to these raids that are going to deport all the illegal people who are staying in the US. Now, from a legal point of view, it's not wrong as far as the president is concerned. He's taking steps to act according to the Constitution and act according to the US courts as well. But the way it's being done is a controversial topic, and what we are seeing right now is that it's spreading across the US, and as you have mentioned, to New York, Atlanta, Chicago. There have been many such instances where protests have erupted. So we are also seeing another side of the story. The Republican, especially the Republican-backed governors, are on themselves, calling in National Guard before any kind of such protests are planned. For example, the governor of Texas has called in National Guards to quell any kind of protests from happening. So all that is also happening. So it's now a political battle as well as a personal battle for Donald Trump, and it seems that he's not going to back down unless the courts of the US force him to do so. On the legal front as well, Donald Trump is preparing as far as any opposition to his deployment of troops on the US soil for these raids are concerned, and he has also warned that if protests happen across the US or anywhere in the US outside the LA, the action that will be taken by the government will be equal or even greater than the action that has been taken in the LA.
For now, protests are spreading to cities like New York. We leave it here. Thank you very much, Akshay Dongre, with your updates on the story.